Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. Installing a hitch on your Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport can lead to some amazing adventures, such as biking, camping, or even towing a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Now let's take a look at how we complete this install. You will need the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. We will begin this installation by removing 3 fasteners from the lower fascia using a T15 Torx bit. The center one will not be reinstalled. Use a small flathead screwdriver to pop loose the plastic insert. On the passenger side, detach this wire harness from the vehicle frame using a trim panel tool. You can now address and remove any excess body caulking that may be around your mounting locations. In this case, we will need to get some out using perhaps a flathead screwdriver. Repeat this process until the hitch will fit in place. On the driver's side, you may find a trim panel in the way of the frame rail. You can simply fold this out of the way to gain access. It will not block the hitch. Repeat the process for removing body caulking on the driver's side. After removing enough body caulking, be sure to spray rust prevention on the frame like a cold galvanizing spray. Now that our rust prevention has dried, we can go ahead and wire in the hardware. 7/16 carriage bolt, spacer, and fish wire. Pass the fish wire through the rearmost mounting location and pass it forward, reaching the access hole just forward of the exhaust pipe. Now place the spacer over the fish wire and into the frame and then thread on the bolt. Pull the hardware to the mounting location. However, the bolt will need to be inside the frame to align the hitch. Now pass your second fish wire through the forward mounting point to your access hole. Repeat this process on your passenger side. We're now ready to make our fascia trim. Grab a measuring tape, some masking tape for a straight line, and if you have it, a wax crayon or maybe a Sharpie. Follow your directions to measure out a 7 3/4 by 1.5 inch section using the mounting location as your center line. Trim using an air saw or other cutting device. Verify there is nothing behind your fascia where you're cutting and pull it away from the metal bracket so as not to get the saw hung up on it. You can use a metal file to clean up any frayed plastic that the air saw creates. We're now ready to raise the hitch into place. I will be using this U-Haul exclusive hitch jack. If you do not have one, we recommend that you get a second set of hands. The hitch is a little heavy. Now pass the fish wire ends through the respective mounting holes in the hitch before finishing raising it into place. You will need to pull back on the fascia in order to get the hitch behind it to fully raise. Once inside the fascia, finish aligning the hitch holes and then pull the hardware through. You can now remove your fish wires and install your nut and conical tooth washer. Make sure the teeth face the plate of the hitch. Install hand tight and now repeat on the passenger side. We're now ready to tighten and torque the hardware using our torque wrench and an 18mm socket. I will link the specs in the description below. Be sure when you tighten the bolts that we keep the hitch perpendicular to the ground. In our case, we need to lift up just a little bit when we start tightening the bolts. Now fold back the trim piece, being sure to lift it above the hitch hardware and keeping it snug against the vehicle body. We can now return 2 of the 3 plastic inserts and plastic torque screws into the fascia. Now that our hitch is installed, we've pulled the vehicle onto level ground to show you some important measurements. This is a 2-inch hitch receiver. From the pinhole to the end of the receiver is 3 inches. From the ground to the top of the inside of the receiver is 13 inches. These measurements will help you determine the necessary length, rise, or drop of your hitch accessories like a ball mount, bike rack, or cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul Hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.